Hello friends, hello quants, welcome back. This is Manuel Amataki for the Viral ML Show, and I have a great indicator. I'm so excited about it. It's a phenomenally powerful midterm indicator. I just discovered it yesterday and I was so excited. Normally I don't do videos back to back one day and the next day, but today I finished one yesterday. We're doing one today. I'm just so excited about it. So this is going to be a quick overview of it. I'm still kind of learning about it, but it's a beauty in my opinion. And actually here you're looking at my actual trading chart. This is what I use to trade. You'll recognize in the bottom the funding versus fair price of Bitcoin. We did this one here. Stop exchanges from stealing your Bitcoin. This is the one with the pirate there. That's the one where we build this. I'm using it all the time. I'm gonna make another video on it because the fair price part, I haven't covered that enough, and there's a lot of alpha to unpack there. So I want to cover that one back. The funding part, well, we covered that one in many videos already. But this is it. It's right here. It is the two data feeds in an RSI. So we have the USDT USD, and we have Bitcoin, and we have the smudge, the color between both. Both are fed through an RSI, and it makes a powerful combination. That's what we're going to cover here today. And it doesn't have to be BTC. You could put Ethereum, you could put whatever your coins, but really you're comparing it against the USDT USD pair, and that's the magic here. Before we dig into this, please leave the video some thumbs up. Remember, we're all here together. I know there's more or less a similar group of amount of people that watch my videos, so I know there's a lot of repeats. So go ahead, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know that you appreciate this. This is how I tune my own algo, but it's also good for the YouTube algo. So go ahead, leave a thumbs up. I appreciate it, and it makes me keep making videos. So. This is what we're going to do here. And also, before I start, props where props are due. The idea comes from Josh Olszewicz, which he has been giving me many ideas. I love his YouTube. He does a lot of Ichimoku Cloud, which I don't use, but it's good stuff. And look his name up because he does a lot of writing, and he does a lot of co-hosting of other. He's in Ledger Status, a lot of different shows, which I watch, and phenomenal alpha I get out of this. So actually, I got this one from him a while back, 3 months ago. Apparently, we did the trade Bitcoin versus the US dollar. That idea came from him as well. So here it is. Let's build this one together right now. Really powerful. It's a powerful midterm indicator. That's what I'm looking at. I'm a short-term trader, so I try to stay the least amount possible in my positions. But I want an indicator that helps me understand the longer term, and this one does the trick. So let's unpack this a bit before we code it. Here we have in blue. Dark blue, we have the Bitcoin through the RSI. And you can see, for example, here we're oversold. So, within context always, that means, it could turn around. And here we're kind of touching the 70 line. So considered overbought, always watch for the context. And in a green line here, you can't see it very well, is the USDT USD pair. And also fed through the RSI. Same, I think I'm doing the 10 period here, RSI. Yep. And that smudge is the magic here. The smudge between both shows you how powerful the move is. Obviously here, look at that. We were already looking, we were going to go down, right? And that was this awful dump during the weekend. Oh God, woof. And here we can see strong bullishness, right? That smudge is blue, not thick, but still blue. And same thing here, right? Here we see a lot of bullishness. There's no reason to go short here. We're still thinking being bullish, bearish, right? So really powerful. I'm excited because I just discovered this yesterday and playing around with it. So I will make another video once I understand it better. But here you're seeing my trading setup so far. This is it. This is looking. I think it's going to become a part of the chart. No guarantee, but so okay, let's build this out. I'm gonna go to my my videos, my other chart where I do for the videos, and you recognize here, this is the video we did yesterday on here it is, visualize, track, alert, higher highs, lower lows, and I'm gonna remove it because we're not gonna be doing that one right now. So let me remove it here, there, and let's open the Pine editor, new script, perfect. So this is gonna require an external data set again. And we're going to be using the USDT USD pair. So USD is the is Tether, which is a stable coin, and it's like here we're comparing it against the US dollar, because as you can see, they're never equal. So that's what's interesting here. The video we did here on the US versus the dollar was, I feel the result was not as good as this USDT USD pair. So that's why I'm very excited about doing this one. So we need to bring that in. So let's go, let me check my notes here. So we will bring, let's go Tether pair, I'll call it. And it's a security function as usual. We're using this all the time. You hover over it to get what you need, symbol, etc. And the symbol, we can right click on it. Well, actually, yeah, I didn't show what it looks like. Let's look at it. Let's take a peek before. It's pretty awful looking, right? It really hovers right around 1, because normally the USDT should be on par with the US dollar. So it should be ideally 1, but it never is. It fluctuates, and that's what we're playing with here. So this is what it is. If you right click on it to get the spelling, here it is, Kraken. I'm getting it from Kraken, USDT USD. Yep. Okay, so let me go back to Bitcoin here and open the indicator. Where did you go? Oh, I don't have one yet. Okay, so let's go here. So it is Kraken USDT USD. Next, we need the time frame resolution. I should know this by heart by now, and it's time frame. It turns red when we got it correctly. So the time frame period allows you to have the same time frame of whatever you're looking in your main chart. And finally, we need the close, which is the expression, and that's what you want. We want the close. You could do the high, the low. You could do the volume. So I mean, we're bringing this external data set than what we're looking in the main chart right now. I'm looking at Bitcoin by bit, but you can put whatever you want. So now we have this tether pair. Let's just make sure it works. I'm gonna go plot. Just plot it in, add the script, and here it is, right? We recognize, look at the y-axis, it just says 111, but that's what it is. Okay, perfect. Let's go back. Okay, so now we have it, and it's fairly simple. I mean, there's really not much to this indicator. All we got to do is put an RSI. So because we're going to do the filling, I'm going to do them externally. So let's go Tether. I'm going to create variables to hold the values because of that filling the plot. RSI, and it's going to be the RSI of the tether pair, and the period is going to be, I'll go right ahead. We're going to put the input function so you can tweak that period directly from the chart itself. I'll keep it short. Input title is RSI length. And the def value, I think it's def value. I think it is. Well, we can hover over to get that. Def val, okay, and we're going to leave it at 10. That's fine. That's all I'm going to put for now. RSI, okay. And here we're going to add this there. And let me make sure it works. I'm going to add it to the chart. No errors, good. And there it is, right? So now we see before the earlier chart, right, we had the y-axis was 1s, and now we have 0 to 100, which is the RSI scale. We basically normalized it by putting it through the RSI, which is going to allow us to put Bitcoin in there too, the same scale, and we're about to compare them exactly, right? Bitcoin is in the 60,000, what is it, 55,000 right now, and you know the USDT USD is right around 1. Okay, so we're doing good. And exactly what I just said. Now we're going to do the same thing, but for whatever you're looking at in your main chart. So in this case, it's Bitcoin. So I'll go BTC RSI, and here we're going to go to close. I'm going to inherit whatever's in the main chart. Same deal. And now let's plot them. And we're going to start seeing that we're getting exactly what I was showing you before. We need to put a color, so I'll go with blue. Blue here, and I'm going to do line width. I'm going to make it thicker, equals 2. And here we're going to go color dot green. I think I did before, so I'll stick to it. Color dot green. There. Let's do it. Make sure it works. Yes. And now we're starting to see, right, this differential, right? Look at this. So when the USDT USD pair in the RSI is above the BTC through the RSI, it's bearish. The vice versa is bullish. So here you can see, right? And the markets go up. Very interesting. I'm actually going to go to the 1 minute time frame. That's what I look personally. Let me make this more real estate here. And let's do the fills so we can really see what's going on here. So to do the color smudge, which is very important because that's the whole point of this indicator, we have to use the fill command. So it's fill what we're plotting. So let me do this. We could just simply do the fill command takes 2 plots, which is an interesting feature. It actually takes 2 plots, and then the coloring is going to be what's going to fill between those 2 plots. So here we're going to say if the color will be if the Tether RSI is bigger than Bitcoin RSI, that is bearish, right? So we're going to do color.red, else NA. I think that's all we're going to do. And let me just copy this because it's going to be the same thing, but the other way around. The color if Tether is smaller, it's going to be blue. Let me add this chart, make sure there's no errors. Oh, there's an error here. It does not like color red, color blue. Oh, I forgot to put the... So for those who don't know, the question mark, the interrogation point here is basically a if-then statement. So we're saying the color, we want to assign color to color, but you ask a question first. You say, if Tether RSI is bigger than Bitcoin RSI, question mark, what's the answer? If it is, give it a red, else give it nothing, right? So we're saying, no, ignore it. Otherwise, give it a blue. So logic dictates that you could just do this in one line, of course. I'm in a habit always doing of separating them in NAs, but in this case, I think we just need to have one line. Let's see what happens. No errors, good. And look at that. Yes, that's correct. So let me remove the old one. And look at that, right? So here we see clearly very bullish. The USDT USD pair is below BTC. Very bullish, bearish, a bit of bullishness, and then bearish. And if you add the lines in between, I mean, there's so much to unpack in this indicator. That's why I'm so excited about it, and I wanted to share it. But let's do the bars in between. So the 50 line, which is the midline of the RSI, the neutral line, and we're going to go color equals color gray. Kind of go with the standard RSI colors. RSI is between 0 and 100, so 70 is considered overbought, so we're going to put it in red, and 30 is considered the oversold, so we're going to do it red. And so you see, this is more or less exactly what I showed you earlier. I think I have the colors are a little bit thicker, darker, but the concept is there, right? I think if we added a transparency a little darker, you would make them darker, so you can play around with that. But this is kind of what I wanted to show you. Super excited about this indicator. Clearly see here, look at that. There's no indication that you should be short here or you should be out of the market. BTC is above that 50% line, which is the kind of the neutral zone. There are some overbought areas. Be cautious, right? Again, it's all about context. Again, an indicator can't predict the future, right? It's all about telling you, based on the past, what could happen, and basically it's a narrative, it's a story, and you should be able to say, okay, if that's true, what are favorable odds for a trade? And and hopefully it happens that same way, because as you remember, this catastrophe that happened over the weekend. Where are you? That drop right there. Look at this. I actually was awake watching this. I was trading it. I was actually getting in trouble. I'll be honest. I mean, I think a lot of people got in trouble. There was like billions of dollars that got liquidated. I was not that much in trouble. I've learned my lesson to never over leverage too much. And as a parenthesis here, keep in mind, a lot of people got liquidated during the COVID scare in March 2020. Even those that were just basically, let's say they had $10,000 and they were $10,000 in the market, those guys could still get liquidated, right? If you have a one-to-one position, you will see there is a liquidation mark. Always watch that liquidation. People who are really smart and who are worried about the market, they will go, let's say they have $1,000 in their account, they will only put a $500 position. They're going to go 0.5. So it's the opposite of leverage. They're going to under leverage to make sure, and they'll look at that liquidation. I'll say, if the market tanks 50%, do I get liquidated? If the market tanks 75%, do I get liquidated? That's a question you should ask yourself. Because I know a few people who have podcasts were saying they got blown for, just being long 100% of their amount in the markets during the COVID scare, which is like, wow, it's crazy. Same thing with funding. Be careful. Funding, actually, I want to talk about that. This is the Binance funding chart. When funding is very high, same thing could happen, right? Right now, things are finally cooling down, which is good and bad, right? That means people aren't as euphoric as they were before, but at least you're not going to get hit if you're long with huge funding rates. But really cool indicator here. It looks like it was already warning us, right? There was a little bit of blue here. You know what? Let me make this thicker here because it's not. I would rather see this thicker. So all we got to do is go transp equals, let's go, I don't know, let's go 30, a low number between 1 and 100. I'm going to go 30, so it's going to be a lot thicker there. I mean, look at this, right? Okay, so here we can see, right? So my interpretation of this zone here is this chop. So let's start from here, right? Clearly, a lot of sellers, a little bit, this could change. Maybe the markets could go back up, but then it's confirmed. Nope, we are still going down. Buyers come back in. Okay, this could change. Nope, sellers are back in, and this is chop. It's telling you nothing, right? Finally, buyers are coming in strong, so you could think, oh, maybe I should go long here. Again, the sellers say nope, and just pure chop, right? So you should not have been long here at all, right? I was, but you shouldn't. Only idiots were long. But that's why I'm very excited about this indicator, because it probably would have kept me out of the market. And this enormous extreme, which remember here we see it here in the indicator we did in the other the fair price, clearly said that this is an extreme, right? I talked about it in the other video. The fair price indicator we did a few days back tells you this is an extreme. This is the rubber band effect. You stretch it out, this is gonna snap back, right? So if you're here and you're not over leveraged, you don't get out. Hold, unless you want to get out. But otherwise, this is gonna snap back. This tells you this will snap back, and so that I did see that. That's why even though I was getting in trouble, I knew it was gonna snap back. I stayed in. I did suffer. It was one of those sleepless nights, but eventually I did get back out. I got a bit hurt, but not badly at all. And this indicator really it's a beauty. Look at that. It tells you, yep, go long, no reason to be short. And let's look at kind of like I said, I'm going to use this as a midterm indicator. I'll make another video on it. But here it's telling you, right? Markets are going up. There's a bit of chop here, so no reason to be short. But it definitely says you shouldn't be short because the bulls are in control, and this is chop. And you can see it may be chop, who knows, right? Because if you do a trend line, so this is obviously an area of caution, right? We're going to see if we can pop out. You may want to go long. Otherwise, stay put. There's no reason to go short here at this point. This is just telling you chop. Okay, again, this is a cursory understanding of this indicator, which I'm like a kid at Christmas. I built this last night after I listened to Josh's podcast, where he mentioned, you should look at the USDT-USD pair. It's very interesting. And I kind of took that and said, okay, I'm going to do the usual thing, feed it in the RSI. So I'm still learning about it. I will do another video on it. And I have a slew of other videos, which are kind of the normally programmed videos, which I was going to do normally. But I had to kind of squeeze that one in, right? It's a kind of a news update. So plenty more as usual on the channel. Plenty more on Bitcoin, on data science, etc. I'll keep exploring these things. Plenty of people are starting to give me ideas of what to do in terms of video topics. I will explore them if it's possible. I mean, they're on my radar. Leave the video some thumbs up, much appreciated, and have fun with this indicator. Again, this is not trading advice at all. I'm not trading based on it. I'm still learning about it. So, but you know, I think it's a good one. Thanks for watching.